Brian, congratulations on the win. That Xavier Howard interception seemed to have been the huge turning point. Can you take us through that play, his significance to this team, and the significance to this game that play made?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big play in the game. There's a lot of big plays. And I think there was a total team effort. Always started fast, played well in the kicking game. Offense punched it in, so got a defensive stop. Got the block on special teams, and then the offense punched it in after that. And then we got off to a fast start. I think defensively we played, we made it hard for them early in the game, getting off the field on third down. A lot of guys played well. Thought it was good communication, really across the board defensively, in the kicking game, offensively. But like you said, X's play was a big play in the game. I wish we would have turned it around and made a little bit more out of that next offensive series. A lot of things we can correct in the game, but it's nice to make those corrections in a win.
Cam?
Well, Flo, obviously you guys have won 5 straight now. Is this sort of the style of play, the style of winning that you want, for your team going forward?
However if it's a win, I'm not sure if the style. I'm not really in the style fashion as we talked to Armando about earlier in the week, but playing team football, offense, defense, special teams, if that's what you mean, everyone involved, everyone's role is important. Good fundamentals, good technique, and just trying to grind out wins in a tough league. Every game's hard. That's a good. Again, they're like I said all week, their record's misleading. That's a good football team. Herbert's a good player. They got a lot of good players over there, and it's tough to move the ball. It was tough to stop them. It was tough to make plays in the kicking game, but we executed a little bit better than they did and came out with the win.
Cunha.
Hey, Coach. Just wondering, at what point during the week maybe you gave Sullivan the heads up that he was going to have an increased role in this offense, and what you thought of his game today?
It's like everybody else on the team. The way you perform in practice will go a long way with how much playing time you get. So, at what point in the week, it's not like we walked in Wednesday and said it's yours. I mean, he had to practice well. He practiced well Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think we talked to all the backs and really everyone at every position. And, hey, this is what, the plan is, the initial plan is, or here are our thoughts, and we'll see how we practice. And he practiced well. And he went in there and performed well. I thought he ran the ball effectively. Again, we left some yards out there also. So, I mean, it wasn't perfect. So, but we'll make the corrections. And hopefully be better next week.
With Ahmed, what went into your decision to start him, and can you talk about the speed that he brings and how that adds a dimension to this offense?
I think he practiced well, like I said earlier. Practiced well. He made a couple plays last week. He's been practicing well, and we gave him an opportunity, and thought he ran the ball effectively today. Wasn't perfect. But again, it's not a one-man show. And he had a lot of blocking up front from the O-line and the receivers and the tight end. So if nobody blocks, it doesn't matter how fast you are. I'm sure you appreciate it. I know you probably got some speed there, Omar, but if nobody blocks for you, you're not going to be able to get around the edge. So again, it's a team effort, and his runs are something. We had a lot of guys blocking for him. So.
Hey, Flo, how would you assess Tua's performance today? And do you leave this game feeling like you guys made the right decision drafting Tua?
I mean, it's still early I haven't watched the tape. Again, there's, I got to watch the tape. It looked like he made some pretty good decisions. It looked like there were some throws there that, he got into some tight windows. I'll watch the tape, as far as, we've talked about this. We have a lot of confidence in all our draft picks that they're going to develop, improve. He's no different. And that's what we're trying to do, develop and improve and take it week to week and not make grand, hey, this is, we're not going to make any grand. We're not going to talk about any player and say, hey, you've arrived and you've done it. Everyone's got to improve and get better. It's no players, coaches, everybody. So nobody has all the answers. I certainly don't. That starts with me, and hopefully we just improve really at every position, to include the quarterback.
Take two more, Travis.
Hey, Coach. Earlier you mentioned the success in the kicking game. I wanted to see if you could walk us through the blocked punt and what happened there. It looked like some late shifting caused the pressure. Is that what happened? And if not, can you just kind of tell us what happened on the blocked punt?
Danny comes up with different. Danny Crossman, our special teams coordinator, comes up with some schemes every week, and we don't get to run it all the time, but we had an opportunity to get that run early. We were aggressive with it. And, like you said, we had some little bit of shift in motion, moving guys around, and we felt like, there was an opportunity to maybe get a rush. We got it. But the big thing is executing it. Oftentimes you can draw something up and it hits the way you want it to hit, whether it's a run play, a pass play, a defense, but then you got to make the play. So it was a great block and a recovery, and we were able to punch it in.
Last one, Jim.
Hey, Coach, it's been said that when you're trying to turn around a franchise, the only thing tougher than attaining success is managing success. And for you guys to come off such an emotional big win last week and to come out and get this victory, how significant is that, and what does it say?
We have a mentally tough team. I think this team, they know that it's important. It's a week-to-week league. How we prepare, how we practice, how we walk through is a direct correlation to how we play. I think they understand that. This is a hungry group. They fight for each other. It's important to them. They're competitive, so they work at it, and you're seeing the fruits of that labor out on the field. It wasn't perfect. We know we got a long way to go. We know it's hard to win in this league, and we just take it one game at a time. We're not looking, down the road. We're looking at, the next day, the next meeting, the next practice, and just trying to take it one day at a time. And I think that's the approach that's my message to the team on a daily basis. And hopefully they're kind of listening to it. And I think that's probably the best approach. That way we're not thinking about everything else that's going on. We're just focused on right now.